Welcome, Starseeds, Lightworkers, and Awakening Souls. This is Ina with your weekly reading. This week, we focused on, in our meditation on Soul Path Meditations, manifestation. And so this week, we're going to look at the energies of manifestation, and we're looking at how do we manifest our highest life? How is it that we manifest an alignment to our soul and our soul's purpose? And so this week, as we reflect on the energies of manifestation, we're going to ask for guidance from our higher selves and our soul team. And we'll start with messages from the angels. The guidance that we get from the angels this week is letting your past go. And so the message from this card is basically telling us that we have been carrying a burden for a long time, and that it's time now for us to set our burdens down and to keep only the lessons and the love. But everything else, we can let it go because we don't need it anymore. And actually, these things are now in the past. And so one of the rules for manifestation in any case is that whatever you are focusing on is creating your future. And it's only in this now moment that we are able to create. And they're explaining to us the importance of letting the past go in order to manifest our highest life. So that's the angelic guidance we have. Now let's move to still higher guidance. So this time we're working with other higher beings, ascended masters, who will come through this week to give us additional guidance on how to move forward with creating new manifestations in our life and what to be aware of as we manifest new. Because with each thought that you have, you are manifesting your future. So let's see what it is that we are guided on now. And we get Lady Portia. And so I don't know if a lot of you are familiar with Lady Portia. She is the twin flame of Saint Germain. And Lady Portia talks about divine order. And she is guiding you to do what you feel is right. And an important lesson is unfolding for us at this time. And this goddess brings an opportunity for us because she is a lord of karma and she regulates the law of cause and effect. So this is a really important time to be aware of karma. And karma, basically, it's not about punishing anybody. When we learn to honor everything in life, when we honor ourselves and we honor others, that's where justice is, where there's an honoring of each person. When there's a weight that's come on one side and is out of balance, then we need to bring that back into balance. So the message from Lady Portia really is divine order. Are you acting in the highest order when you make a decision, when you have a thought, when you are manifesting something? Because we're manifesting all the time. Are you manifesting in divine order? Is it in alignment with divine truth? Is it in alignment with your truth? Is it your highest truth? So these are really good things to think about as we are always manifesting and creating. So let's now move on to the energies from the moon. So the moon is guiding us now. And you know how there are moon phases that we're coming, actually, we're going to be coming up soon to a full moon on the 24th. So I will do a special reading for then. But for the moment, let's take a look at, in terms of manifestation for our soul family, what is it that we need to work on at this time to help us to have the highest of manifestations? So the card we got says, work through your fears. And this card represents the energies of new moon in Scorpio, which are very much about addressing our shadow side and addressing the things in the dark that need to come out into the light. So if we were to think about some of the things that we tuck away about ourselves that we know we need to work on, it's time now. When you're trying to manifest your highest self, it's important for you to look at the things that are in the dark. And when you have something that comes up, allow it to move through you and tell yourself, I am releasing this. That was a theme of in this reading, is to allow yourself to let go of the burdens and to also forgive and to let go of the things that you don't need anymore. And this includes the shadow things that you have within yourself. So if you ever find yourself feeling bad about something about yourself, it's time to come to terms with it. Come to terms with that and allow yourself to let go. Now let's move to the animal spirit energies. So the animal kingdom has so much to share with us. And so right now we are getting a message from the armadillo spirit. And it's saying set healthy boundaries. So this is important. As you can see, this is a very protective shell. And I think sometimes we allow energies of ours to leak out when we are too when we care about others so much and we're not taking care of ourselves, we forget to look after our own aura, our own boundaries, and we let everything else be more important than us. And so this is asking you that as you work through your fears, as you work through your shadow, respect yourself enough to put up some boundaries and give yourself the space you need for your healing. For when you come out manifesting something of a higher nature, it will be because you are able to go within and let go of those things you no longer need, to process the emotions that need to be resolved, experiences that you've gone through that you need to really let them move through your body and release them. So this is good time for energy work as well, and have a look at that. And also doing one-to-one work, if that's something that you would like to do, you can always reach out to me to work together through any of these emotions that come up. And we're being asked also to be loyal to ourselves in our transformation. And so to do that, you really need to stay with yourself this week and allow yourself to move through the process, because you are transforming into something that's of a higher frequency, a higher and a newer you. And so to honor that process, you do need to have that space. So don't be afraid to say no, and don't be afraid to give yourself the time. Okay, so let's now move on. The first card that we got is Storyteller. And the Storyteller, this card is really asking us to look at the story that we tell others about ourselves. How do you present yourself to the world? The story that you're telling is affecting how people receive you and how they treat you. And so reconsider what your story is, because if you are now manifesting a higher vibrational, more soul aligned you won't be telling the same story anymore. And so you want to rethink how you approach yourself, how you speak to yourself, what stories you tell yourself. If you keep telling yourself, I'm no good at this, oh, I was never really good at that as a child, oh, I can't draw, I can't sing, I can't do whatever it is, then that story is what you are making real. And we have another second card that fell out as well, and that says birds of a feather. And so keep in mind that the vibration you're putting out is affecting the universe around you and what you're bringing back to yourself. Birds of a feather basically means that people, the same similar energies, they flock together. So you might want to see, am I looking for new people to be around? Because if you're creating a new higher vibrational version of yourself, then you want to have a soul family that's similar in vibration. And so I invite you to, we also have a community at Soul Path Mastery. You can join us there. And there are a lot of like-minded people who are also looking to find their highest expression of themselves. So it's a beautiful place to come together and to work regularly. Like every week, we come together and work on things, even here, working on new ways to improve ourselves, to always come more in alignment with our soul path and our soul mission. So I think that's a fantastic reading for this week. I hope you have a wonderful week. See you again soon. Bye for now.